Hi everyone. Okay, so for today we're going to continue to the closed interval method in regards to derivatives question. So now we want to solve example 7, and we for each example A, B, we want to find those three items here. Okay, so now let's start with the first question. Okay, first question is fx is 2x cubed minus 15x squared plus 24x. Okay, now let's look at this question. The question wants us to determine the absolute extreme values of fx on this given interval. So when you find this kind of question, you have to do these three. This is the checklist that you must fulfill. To determine the absolute extreme values, you must fulfill these three checklists. Okay, so now let's try to find the first checklist. Okay, to find the values of f and okay, I know it doesn't make sense. We have to do the question first and then you will understand better. Okay, now you have this question, and first thing that you must do is you must do the derivative of this question. So the derivative of this is 6x squared minus 15x plus 24. And then do you remember, to find the critical value we have to make this to be equal to 0, right? So this can be simplified into x squared minus 15x, sorry, not 15x, minus 5x plus 4 equal to 0. So when x equal to 4 and 1, this is the critical point for this function. Okay, now we have the interval. The interval is from 0 to 5. So 4 and 1, is it included? 4 and 1 is included in the range of 0 to 5. Okay, let's look here. Sorry. Okay. Find the values of f at the critical number of f in AB. Okay, so that what it means. Just now we have calculated the critical number of f, right? The critical number of f is 4 and 1. Okay, the critical number of f is 4 and 1, which is in the range of, still within the range of 0 and 5. So now we have fulfilled the first checklist here. Now we want to find the second checklist, which is to find the values of f at the endpoints of the interval. Okay, at the endpoint of the interval is what, guys? The interval is from 0 to 5. So this one is for number 1, and this is for number 2. Okay, so the interval is between 0 to 5. So now we want to find the value of f at n points. So the n points for this range, what do you think? Okay, answer it in your heart. Okay, what do you think the n point for this range? The n point is 0 and 5. So you replace the value of x with 0 here in fx, right? Not f prime x, in fx. So you put 0, you will get 0, and you include in 5, what you get? 2 5 cube minus 15 5 square plus 24 times 5. Then what you will get? You will get minus 5. Okay? So this answers question number 2. Checklist number 2. Find the values of f at the endpoints of the interval. Okay, and then question number 3 wants us to find the largest of the values from step 1 and 2. Find what point is the absolute maximum value and what point is the absolute minimum value. Okay? Okay, so now we have to find it, so this should be number 3. Okay, number 3. Okay, number 3. Okay. Okay guys, I have forgotten this part here. So now you have x. Okay, now we're back to checklist number 1. So now we have x equal to 4 and x equal to 1 is the critical point for this function. So now the question wants us to find the values of f. Values of f at the critical number. Now we know the critical number is x equal to 4 and x equal to 1. Now we want to find the value of f. What does it mean here? Is we replace 4 and 1 in the first equation in fx here. So when f equal to 1, should be like this. Plus 24, and you will get 11, and f4 you will get minus 16. Okay? Okay, so now the question wants us to find the largest of the values from step 1 and 2 is the absolute maximum value, and the smallest is the absolute minimum value. So now from now we have, okay, let's do it one by one here. When f0 is 0, f1 it is 11. When f4 minus 16, and f5 you will get minus 5. So from all of these 4 functions here, which one has the largest value? Which one? It is this one. No, this is like a preschooler thing, right? Okay, the largest one is f1. And the smallest one, which one? Which one is the smallest one? The smallest one is this one, when x equal to 4. So you should write your answer like this. Okay. So absolute maximum is at x equal to maximum x equal to 1. Where f1 is 11 and absolute minimum is at x equal to 4, where is minus 16. So that is how you should answer this kind of question. Now let's recap back. Okay. The questions wants us to find the absolute extreme values of fx on the given interval. First, you must find the values of f at the critical number. So to find critical number, what you must do? You must derive the function first and then equal it to 0. Okay, and then you will get x, whatever values of x. Okay, so in this case here, the values of x is in the range of 0 to 5. And then replace the value of x into the original equation. Okay, and then you will get it here and here. Okay, the next step is to find the values of f at the endpoints of the interval. So endpoints of the interval is, in this case, is 0 and 5. To find the values of f, you just put in the value of 0 and the value of 5 in the original equation, and then you will get it. Okay, like this here, 0 and minus 5. And the final checklist wants us to find the absolute minimum and the absolute maximum from all four function, from all the function that you have calculated here. So the absolute maximum is the one with the largest value. In this case here is when x equal to 1, and the absolute minimum is when x equal to 4. So that is how you should answer this kind of question. So now we're going to do example B. Okay, example B, the question is which is in the range between 0 to 5. Okay, so first step, what you should do, remember, first step is you should differentiate this part here. So to differentiate here, this cos square x mean everything is square, including the x. So do it like this, and then 2 brought to the front, and then dx of whatever function in the bracket. Okay, so derive cos x, what you will get? Minus sin x. Okay. Okay, clear? Okay, so now remember what we should do next. We should okay, I'm going to continue here. Equal the equation to 0. So now we can segregate this equation into two parts. Okay, first we do the minus 2 cos x equal to 0. So cos x is equal to 0 over 2, which is 0 back. Okay, you will get 0. Okay, so now I'm going to, this is the graph of a cost function. Okay, so at what point is the value of x become 0? At what point do you think? At what point, guys? The value of x becomes 0 at this point, right? So this point is pi over 2. So x is pi over 2. Okay, at this part here, it's also 0, but we are only looking for the interval between 0 to pi. So we will not take into account whatever value here. Okay, so just this part here, which is pi over 2. Okay, now let's look at the second part here, which is sine x. Okay, I try to do it here. I don't know whether it fits or not. Okay, sine x equal to 0. Okay, I'm going to plot, sketch a graph here. And then this is the sine graph. Okay, so this is 0, and this is pi, and this is 2 pi. Okay, at what point the value of x is 0 in the sine graph? At what point? At what point? Can you see it? It is here and here. So when x equal to 0 and pi, sine x becomes 0. Okay? So that's I hope that almost settle the first part. Okay, so now we're going to we have how many critical function? We have 0, we have pi, and we have pi over 2. Okay, so now let's find the value when you include in this critical function into the original equation. So original equation is cos square x. So cos square 0 is cos 0, you get 0. Okay. Okay. F pi over 2 0. Just punch in your calculator, okay? F pi cos square pi, you will get minus 1 square, which is 1. Okay, so from these three function here, which one is the absolute maximum? Which one? This one. Okay, this one is the absolute maximum, as well as this one. And this one is the absolute minimum. Okay? Okay, so now can you do example C and submit it as assignment? Okay, class? Okay, so now, okay, for me, it's better to do the example first, and then we look back at the notes. Okay, while we do the example, we look back the note, so it will be more clearer. Okay, so now we want to find, we want to solve example 8. Example 8 wants us to find the interval. So example 8 wants us to find the interval where the function is increasing or decreasing. What does it mean? It is increasing when f prime x is larger than 0, and it is decreasing when f prime x is less than 0. So now let's try to solve this equation first, okay, and see how it goes. So fx is 3x to the power of 4 minus 4x cube minus 12x square. Let's check. Betul tak ni? Oh jeez. Okay, betul tak? Okay, 3x to the power of 4 minus 4x cube minus 12x square plus 5. Plus 5. And then what you should do next is to find the dy dx or f prime x of the original equation. So now it should be 12x cube minus 12x square minus 24x, and then everything equal to 0. We can simplify it by dividing by 12, and you will get x cube minus x square minus 2 equal to 2x, right? Don't forget, okay? 2x equal to 0. Okay, and then pull together, everything adds together. So this should be x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, x, just x. Okay, just x. So now this can be we can do it like this: x minus 2, x minus 1 equal to 0. So now we have the critical function is when x equal to 0, when x equal to 2, and when x equal to minus 1. Okay, clear. Okay, and the next step is it's better if you do it, you sketch a graph like this. Okay, so now we have minus 1, we have 0, and then we have 2. Okay, and we have this for function here, which is x minus 2 and x plus 1. Okay, so now we start with this part here. Okay, so now I want you, okay, not want you, I will pick, I will decide for myself. Okay, so now what you must do is you must pick any number less than minus 1 here. Less than minus 1 here. What is it? Less than minus 1? Less than minus 1. I think I will write it down here. Okay, we do it from the left hand side. Pick any number less than minus 1. Okay, any number less than minus 1 is when x equal to minus 2. Okay, now x equal to minus 2, you include, you put into this part here, right? Okay, so minus 2, you will get minus 4. And then when x plus x is minus 2 plus 1, you will get minus 1. So the f prime x for this part here is, okay, let me do it here. Okay, this one is negative, this one is negative, and this one is also negative. So negative, negative, and negative, you get positive, and positive multiply with negative, you get negative. So when for this part here, it is of negative value. Okay, so if f prime x is less than 0 on an interval, then f is decreasing on that interval. So this function is decreasing. Okay, this is what you should do. This might you might come across this into exam. Okay, so this is decreasing. Okay, so now we want to find any number in the range between -1 to 0. Any number in between -1 to 0 is, so any number in between -1 to 0, I want to pick x equal to, pick any number. Okay, I will write it down here so that you will really understand this. Between -1 to 0. So I will pick x equal to -0.5. Okay, so put -0.5 into this equation here. -0.5 minus 2, you will get -2.5. And then -0.5 plus 1, you will get 0.5. So here it is negative. So this part here is negative, and this part here is positive. So what do you think the f prime x? Is it positive or negative value? Okay, teka dulu. Guess first. Okay, who answer it right? Yeah, he or she is smarter. Okay, so the answer is positive value. Right. Why? Because negative sign plus times negative sign, you get positive. And positive times positive, you get positive. Okay? That's why. So now, is it increasing or decreasing between -1 to 0? It is. Okay, let's look at the notes again. If f prime x is larger than 0 on an interval, then f is increasing. Okay, so increasing, how? We should do it like this. Okay, it's not very symmetry, but I hope you can understand that. Okay, do you mind? Okay, of course you will not be able to answer this. So I'm going to erase this some part here. Looks like I have accidentally erase everything. Okay, but I hope whenever you have listen to my lecture video, you have notes, your a pen and a book to jot down the notes. Okay, so now we have -1, 0, and 2. Okay, we have found the value of x less than 1, -2 just now. Okay, I'm not going to repeat that. And then from 0 to 1, we have picked the number x equal to 0.5, which resulted in the increasing value of f prime x. So yeah, and then now we want to pick any number in between. Pick any number between 0 to 2. What do you reckon? Okay, I want to pick 1 because it's easy. Okay, x equal to 1 and x 1 minus 2 is minus 1 and x 1 plus 1 is 2. So this one is positive, negative, positive. What do you think the final f prime x is? Is it positive or negative value? It is negative value. So if negative, is it decreasing or increasing? It is increasing. Okay? So now, you want, since we have this untitled, so we have to do this part here for pick any number larger than 2. Okay? Pick any number larger than 2. So I want to choose 3. 3 minus 2, you will get 1, and 3 plus 1, you will get 4. So this is easy, right? Clear cut. So f prime x is positive value. So positive value means increasing. Okay, so this is how you should do it. So the trend here, which one is increasing? Increasing from which point? So increasing is between -1 to 0, right? And 2, from 2 to, we don't know, so we just put infinity. And decreasing is from Decreasing is from minus infinity to minus 1. And decreasing is from 0 to 2. Okay? I hope you can understand this. I really do. Okay. So now let's look at example 9. So to determine the local maxima and local minima of fx, you have to use the skills that you gained earlier from example 8. So I want example 9 to be your assignment, not this one. Okay, this one no. Okay, just this one. Okay, we try to solve. I will try to make it easier for you. When you found this, what you should do, you should derive it. So derive, you will get 12x minus 3x squared, and then put the x's together. You will get 3x equal to 4 minus x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 and x also equal to 4. So now the critical function here is x and is 0 and 4. So now from previous example 9, you have 0 and 4, put 0 and 4 here, and then put this one here, 3x and 4 minus x to this part here, and try to replicate the same method, please. So this should be your assignment. Okay, see you guys. Bye.